Yeah. New week, baby. New episode, baby.
I got 1.5 words in. Just start clapping. Yeah.
It's gonna be a good one, guys. We're gonna have fun.
I think that is probably fun to listen to. Like, you just got in your car. It's Monday morning. You're like, I do not want to go to work.
Yeah, you're like just getting on the freeway. It's gonna be good, guys.
You think they wait until they get on the freeway to turn a podcast on?
I don't know how close they live to the highway. I think some people have frontage roads right by their apartment and they just get on the freeway.
Do you call every highway a freeway?
I don't think I've ever called it a freeway in my life.
I was like, wait, this sounds
the
like...
freeway, bro.
Dude, Rachel this past week called it, like, not trying to be like goofy or quirky, called it the fast road. I was like, you just call it the fast road?
The highway?
Yeah.
Did she have a stroke? Like, it's like, oh, the fast road.
She was like, oh, I didn't know you could take the fast road to get here. I was just going back roads. I was like, what do you mean the fast road? She's like, well, just some people get so like anal about like, no, it's an interstate or it's a freeway, it's a highway.
Oh, so she like intentionally was like, I don't want to.
I'm not going to offend anyone.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, well, you're not giving a public address. You're talking to me. When have I ever like corrected you about street linguistics?
I like fast road.
Legitimately called it the fast road.
Life in the fast road. Life is a fast road. I want to ride it.
That's Rachel's theme song. Life is a fast road.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hattie thinks that anytime we go like on an overpass and we're kind of high up, we're on the highway.
Now that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, she's like, oh, we're on the highway. And I'm always like, no, we're not. Not this time, sweetie. But
life in the fast road. Good. Well, I was going to say, I took Rachel down to Branson, Missouri this past weekend.
How'd you get there?
It was, it started off by Fast Road 435.
Yes.
And then went South
Fast Road 71.
Fast Road 71.
Yeah.
I think turns into Fast Road 49. Maybe Fast Road 7.
Fast Road 7.
And then
through Clinton. And then changes to Fast Road something else, maybe?
13.
13?
Fast Road 13 through Bolivar.
To Bolivar. Then you get on Fast Road.
Well, then we had to take some Fast Road 44, but then we were in Stratford. So it's like slow road 125.
Okay.
And then
125 slow road. That's a good slow road.
Well,
that's a high slow road.
And then had to get back on Fast Road 65. Going to Branson.
Yep. That's fun.
Anyway, we are on our way we've parked. We are walking into Andrew's Frozen Custard, just so you can.
The fancier. It's like the original Andrews, so it's nicer. Like around here, they just call them Andes because they're a little less formal. But
sure.
Yeah.
And Rachel and I get stopped by two women. They say, hey, excuse me.
Here we go.
You guys know where the store is?
The store.
And to make sure I heard.
Yeah, right down the street from the fast road down there. The store? You know where the store is? This isn't Mayberry. There's more than one.
I was like, I wanted to make sure I heard correctly. So I go, the store? She's like, yeah, to buy beer.
Oh, the beer store.
So I was like, oh, like a liquor store. She's like, yeah, you idiot. Yeah.
Everyone around here knows that the store.
Yeah. Why say more word when less word, dude? I said store. Figure it out.
Anyone know where the building is? The building.
Yeah.
The building where the kids learn stuff.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the school building. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she was like, do you know where that is? And I was like, yeah, like it's right off the street. Like you can't miss it.
I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
Rachel just texted me, I just lost my phone in Target and had an eventful search for it. Okay. She loses things.
Does she?
Constantly.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say dumper, but I think about it. I mean, I was kidding.
Oh, yeah. She never knows.
Lose it. Who do you think of? First person you think of when you think of they lose their phone a lot?
Peter Casey.
Yeah. Always, dude. Losing phones, losing wallets. And it's like, Peter, you don't go that many. Like, you were just sitting there. Like, how'd you lose your phone?
Yeah. I never get like frustrated with Rachel. I just try to like help her build like healthy habits of like putting systems in place or like have a spot for things.
Yeah.
Or what I really try to help her out is she's like, where's my phone? And it's been I was like, where have you looked so far? She's like, just my purse. It's like, okay, look like 3 more places.
Sure.
And then you could start like.
And then be worried.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the Apple Watch will let you ping your phone. It'll make your phone make a
Yeah,
noise.
she has an Apple Watch. Yeah.
Yeah, so she should lose it not often.
Never. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be within like a certain range.
Yeah, probably 50 feet or something.
Okay.
But yeah, she'll claim she lost her phone and she hasn't looked in her purse yet or something. I'm like, check there. And let's not, call the police yet.
I mean, no judgment to Rachel Coop. I misplace things a lot. Basically, I go out the door and I get to my truck and then realize I don't have my keys. Like I just always assume I have everything I need. And then I go, like, I bet I come back inside one out of every 5 times I go out to the truck to leave.
Really?
Yeah. Like I'll always say bye, make a big farewell speech, whatever. Like you say all the nice things, like, hey, be good to mom, be good to, and then I'll be back like 30 seconds later.
And then, you're the guy who went to Texas without a phone. So that's impressive.
That's right.
You did that.
Yeah. So I can't judge too much, but I did learn or realize I didn't have my phone pretty quick, but not quick enough for Scott Peck. So
yeah, I've learned how many systems I have just subconsciously. Just can't help it. Just how I work.
Really,
since dating Rachel, just like, yeah, of course I would have a place for my wallet when I walk in my home.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I just throw my stuff down wherever. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, so every morning your keys could be anywhere. She's like, yeah. I was like, oh my gosh.
Really?
Put them in the same spot.
Yeah.
But her dad is the same. I really think a lot of it is genetic. Like her dad, teacher, farmer, has to do a lot of like, analytical, organized things for his job. So he's capable of doing it, but he's like, I try my whole life. I've tried to be more organized when it comes to my belongings. I can't do it, so I have a lot of sympathy. It's like, that's fine. I think it's like, you just can't help it. I'm sure a lot of people listening are either relating to one side or the other.
Right. Well, honestly, I remember when I first knew you, I thought you were more on the other side of things. Like I was like, I don't know how Jake like always knows where things are, or like always like, cause your car, you used to be infamous for your car just being like a smorgasbord of stuff. Like I
didn't know what word you were going to say. Your car was a
smorgasbord, dude. That Impala was a smorgasbord box. But yeah, it was like infamous for like having a party in your trunk.
Junk.
Yeah, junk in the trunk. Like,
yeah.
And like literal junk in the like you would have one shoe, but not the other one.
Yeah. Apple costume from American Idol, banana suit, caveman costume, Egyptian headwear, 2 tennis rackets.
Like unbelievable, like the things you had back there. And the depth of that trunk. It was like, it didn't end.
It was vast.
And so I would have assumed you were more like I found them, but I didn't know where they put them, So
yeah, maybe I've grown up a little bit too.
It's also fun that you're like kind of learning about your like idiosyncrasies. I don't really know what that word means super well. I kind of know what it means, but like your habits, like once you get into this relationship, you learn like, oh yeah, I guess I do have a system for that I didn't really recognize beforehand.
I'm learning so much about myself, and so not fun. Even via like Rachel, like explaining things to me, just kind of self-awareness, just like, analyzing like, I care more about this than I thought, or like, whoa, I am like wildly optimistic at times. Yeah. I really need to manage my expectations. Just stuff like that.
Sure.
Like, yeah, you learn a lot.
Yeah.
In a great way.
Hey, you just wait. You're going to learn so much more.
Just kidding. I've been telling Brad and Trey, I was like, I feel motivated to do a video called how married couples talk to dating couples.
It's like, you fighting yet? You guys bickering? Like,
it's like people want to hear that we're going through stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, you guys, it's like this is an extreme version. Like, you guys still like, you still take her out to dinner? Yeah. Well, just wait. That'll stop.
Yeah.
It's like, really? I don't know if that's like
never been out to dinner with my wife since. You still care about her?
Yeah. I remember that phase. I
remember when I was in love with her and just, You guys smile? You guys still smile? I haven't seen her teeth in years. It's like, okay. I don't know about this.
Yeah. So I want to do something like that.
I do remember whenever I think I was newly married to Catherine, and my friend, he wasn't even technically married to this girl. He was just living in the same apartment as her, which is not good. Don't do that. But he was doing it, and he like, they'd been together for like 10 years or something. Like,
wow.
Like a long time. They got married eventually, whatever. But, he was like talking about how they have a sectional like L-shaped couch, and they would be on like polar opposite sides of the couch, like just wanting to each have their own space. And I remember thinking like, never would I ever not want to be completely right next to Catherine,
dude,
cuddling with her all the time. And now it's like, I will admit to that. We were like never like cuddling, watching a movie, So
I don't relate to the cuddling thing because At any given time, Rachel needs to be under 6 heated blankets. So that is kind of where she gets her warmth from. But I've had the thought before. It's like we're 8 months in, and I love a good. I'm driving. She's sitting shotgun, seat heater on, and my hand will be on her leg, and I'll think about it. Like, I wonder, like, is this a stage? Like, is this a phase? I'm trying to have the perspective. Like, will we ever go on a drive? Or like years from now, will we go months without me putting my hand on her leg while we're driving?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Hope not.
Hope not. Hey,
hope not.
I'm guilty. I'm guilty of it. So hey, this week I'm vowing, and I want everyone else out there that's like kind of relating. Like, I don't do that. I don't as physically, not attracted, but like I'm not touching her as much.
You have 3 options this week, everyone listening.
Oh, 3 options. Go ahead.
We're going to come up with the third one when we get there. But I know the first 2. 1, sit right next to your lady on the couch.
Right next to her.
She's going to say like, what?
I don't care how hot it is outside.
No. That's why I got the new HVAC in.
Yeah, that's right. Get a fan. Number 2,
hand on the even knee. Knee's fine.
Or holding it. Hold a hand.
Sweaty.
Nope. Sweatier than the knee?
Yeah.
Hold, just be physically like, just give her some affection without like trying to get some affection. Okay, husbands. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Or third, what else do I need to do?
Like just take her out to a nice or intentional dinner. Take her out to a dinner and have 6 questions ready for her. Not 7, not 5. 6.
6 questions ready.
6 intentional questions that you prepared in advance to have a deep conversation about.
Here are some examples.
Oh, great.
What is something you would like me to start doing? What is something you'd like me to stop doing?
Is that 2 questions or one? Like one?
Gosh.
No, hey.
I don't know.
Asking the real questions here because I said not 7.
That is one question.
One question.
That is joined as one question.
Okay, good for you.
Brad, what's one of your intentional example questions?
I would just say, what's the highlight of your week this week? And then expand on it from there. Like, or how can I help you this week?
Is that one question or is that 2 questions?
No, there's 2 different ones.
Okay.
Yeah. Highlight and help. Different. 2 different H's, baby.
It started the periodic table.
That's right.
They're very similar, but they are different.
Look at you.
I feel like I always got those confused.
Oh, yeah.
Hydrogen, helium. It's like, which one?
I'm not a science guy at all.
Not a science guy. Remember thinking Bill Nye was Bill New Year's Eve.
Let's everyone celebrate Bill Nye. Must be his birthday.
3, 2, 1. Bill Nye.
Spontaneous combustion. Fireworks.
Oh, puberty. The ball drops. Yes, New Year's Eve. It's all part of it.
It's all part of physical science.
Yeah, Bill New Year's Eve. Good guy. Good guy.
Anyway, okay. So I'm gonna be better with Catherine.
Okay.
I'm not that I'm like anti-love. I love her in different ways, but like it is awesome the first year, 2 years, 5 years of a relationship. Like here we go. You guys see this? Here, it's coming. It's coming. This is it. I'm not. Oh.
Yeah. No, I remember that phase. Yeah, no, it is nice. It is nice fine. Where you're at right now.
I don't want to do it. I'm trying to compliment you. I'm trying to be like, dude, enjoy where you are.
Because
it changes.
It changes.
Yeah, it changes in a great way. I'm so happy that I am where I am in life. I'm so happy that I have 3 kids, but 3 kids make it a little bit less. You're less likely to hold each other's hands because she's reaching back to, give Rosie your pacifier or something.
Yeah. Rachel and I don't know what spurred this on. Maybe we just saw a family like struggling at some point this weekend, but we're like, we should cherish this time where we're like, if we want to have a quiet drive, we are able to have a quiet drive.
Sure.
You don't get that choice.
Yeah.
You
do, but you just don't realize that it's not quiet at all. like I'll be driving and there's just chaos and I'm like, oh yeah, I guess it's kind of chaotic.
It's been pretty loud for like 10 minutes. I'm not even on the freeway yet. And it's already
I'm not even on the fast road. I would love for you to come and sit in our van sometime.
Like, I had the thought of doing that. Just to observe.
Where was I talking? We owe the Swicks a trip to Cincinnati. Remember this? Like
because the Bengals won.
The Bengals beat
the
Bengals. And so I was like, we could all just go in the minivan. I could take my whole family. And I'm like, I wonder if Jake could survive. Obviously you could, but like, I wonder how you feel at the end of it. Like if you'd be like, that was great. That was fun. Or if it was like, man, those kids are crazy. Cause you get desensitized to like the
noise, the chaos. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's part of it.
Do you guys have, we don't need to talk about this too much, or did you grow up having like weird words for stuff?
Sure. So
our cousin Steve-O had woo woo.
Really?
Yeah.
It wasn't like,
what are you talking about?
I don't think like my parents ever said like, hey, this is what we call
it this.
But I remember we said Winky sometimes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because someone's grandpa is also named Winky, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's right. And then we called farts for whatever reason, we call them poopy sounds. I think we talked about that before.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So it'd be like, instead of being like, oh, Brad farted, it'd be like, oh, Brad poopy sounded. Just way worse.
And what are you guys doing now for farts? For farts?
I don't know. I think we say toot.
Yeah.
Yeah. We try not, I don't know. I think I just try to like pass by it. Like, just like, hey, don't say excuse me. And then we don't say too much else. But I think Hattie says toots. Bo started to realize that tooting is funny.
Yeah.
And so that's always kind of entertaining to watch him. Like, he'll like do it and then laugh.
He knows.
Like, he
knows what he's done.
He's just a bro, man. So I miss, they've been gone since Friday and I miss them.
Yeah. You've been watching a lot of TV.
A lot of TV.
What are you watching?
Everything, dude. Like,
you name it, I've seen it.
Yeah. So genuinely, like, I watched too much, and I don't even know if I really wanted to watch all these TV, or if I was just like, I guess I could watch something else.
The
I don't
TV
know.
made me. It's on autoplay.
It was weird. It was like, I mean, this day's pretty much over, so I'm just gonna watch TV the rest of the day.
Gotcha.
It's like, well, that's a bad thought. But I watched some movies. I watched, let's see, what's the one? Oh, Top Gun. I told you that. I watched Bull Durham.
Okay.
I watched a documentary about Christian, like contemporary.
Oh,
Christian
I saw that
music.
in your Patreon post. Where is that? Where can I watch
that? That's on Hulu.com. .com or on the app.
Okay.
I use the app on my Apple TV. .com. And that was, I think you would like that.
Cool.
I mean, it was interesting. I enjoyed that one. I watched, I watched the Hillsong documentary, which you had watched.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that?
I remember binging it in like one day. The
Yes,
day
me too.
of a show.
Okay.
Like I had a show that night in
you were the one that told me about it.
New York
originally.
City, and just all day I watched 3 episodes of it. And I remember being like, I gotta get outside. Like I'm gonna call Rachel or something.
That's what I'm saying. Like I watched all this, but it wasn't like fulfilling to me to watch all this TV. I was like, I feel bad.
Yeah, like that's a bummer, both for that church, for how it makes Christians look, for this family, that guy,
the
guy in charge. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
I was like, that made me kind of sad. It was like interesting, and there are parts of it that I was like, whoa, but
yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I enjoyed it, I guess, but not. I mean, I was enlightened. I don't know what the word is, but it's interesting. It's an interesting, just the idea of like church when a church turns into a business. Obviously, that's never how it's intended to be. And so, like when a church becomes a profitable machine for something, it's like that's not going to turn out well.
Yeah, very hard to keep it.
Yeah.
How you want it.
So yeah, I watched Only Murders in the Building. That's coming back. So I watched, Catherine and I like watched most of it together, and then I watched the rest of it. I watched like 10 minutes of Severance, and then I was like, I don't want to watch this.
Right.
I turned it off.
I got Apple TV Plus. Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
You can just throw any words together and it sounds like a streaming service now.
Hulu Prime minus. Hulu Prime Blue.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I got JetBlue Prime Plus.
Yeah.
Is that a transportation? Is that a streaming service?
I got Disney Pixar Gold, which is only Pixar movies.
I got Amazon White.
Right. That's the one with no ads.
No ads and no sound.
Just white noise. just a static signal the whole time.
It's pretty cheap.
Dude, I've been really enjoying subtitles lately.
Why?
I don't know. If once you have them on, it's like you kind of miss them when they're not there. What was I watching the other day? And I was like, I can't understand this without subtitles.
I think this is going to be I've started to pinpoint lately some of my future old man things. Mm-hmm. I think one of them, I'm going to be the old man. I feel like old men love having like certain things they really hang on to when it comes to watching sports. It's like, what's with all the showboating? What happened
Flipping
to
the bats?
Yeah, or just banking it off the backboard. No one uses the glass anymore. My thing is going to be players who don't follow their shot. That's going to be the hill I die on when I'm the old man.
You die.
Why don't they follow their shot?
I mean, it's right there, you know?
And anyway, point being, I'm gonna be the old man. I'm gonna hang on to my youth as much as possible and just refuse subtitles. Like, no,
really?
No, I can hear just fine. Even when I have no idea what the movie is. I'm gonna be like, no, we don't need subtitles. We're young.
It's in a different language. You're like, I'll learn that language.
I'll figure it out. Duolingo.
Yeah.
Duolingo.
Rosetta Stone.
Rosetta Stone Blue. Prime. I'll download it.
Prime. Yeah, just like I'm gonna pause it and watch this Rosetta Stone thing real fast. Surely I can learn, whatever, Indonesian real quick.
My day will come. I'll have to succumb to the subtitles.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I do have a little bit of a hearing problem. Like I think low murmurs.
I don't have a hearing problem per se.
Like I can still watch a show without like the subtitles on, but it's just a little bit nicer.
Okay.
And then you also pick up on like, that's how you spell that word.
Yeah. Okay. Stephanie with an F.
Motherlode. I learned LODE. Did you know that?
You're kidding.
Did you know?
No.
Motherlode. Yeah.
I learned. Let me double check before I just say this live on the pod that we can easily edit out. But the term. Either way, somersault.
SOMER?
Yeah, kind of weird at the front.
Who's Summer? Who's Somersault? Summer?
Somersault.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah.
I can't. Is it two words?
One word.
How do you spell SOMERS?
And then like assault.
SAULT. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, things you learn when you have subtitles on, Jake.
That's pretty
Just
cool.
Think about it.
That's pretty cool.
Anyway, yeah. Haven't done a whole lot. I did see one movie in theaters. I'll give you a hint. Ready?
Yeah.
Buzz
Lightyear.
No way. I would never see that movie. No. It's called Top Gun Maverick. Ever heard of it?
Oh, yes. Logan Paul's brand. Be a Maverick. Be a Top Gun Maverick.
That's what it was inspired by. And I am here to say that I disagree with your take that it was just okay. I think it was a 9.5 out of 10.
I think my official stance is good action movie.
Give me a 10 out of 10.
For an action movie or for a movie?
For a movie.
For a movie? 7.6.
Okay. That's pretty high.
It's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe, I don't know your scale. I don't know.
It was out of 10.
Well, yeah, but like, I mean, what are you giving a movie that you don't like that much?
4.1.
Okay. That makes sense.
I don't know.
Like
okay,
Whiplash.
Whiplash. Dude, I don't even want to tell you. I don't know. I know you love Whiplash. Whiplash would be like there's 4.8. 4.8 for Whiplash.
Jeez, dude. War Dogs. Okay, War Dogs.
War Dogs. I don't know. 8.7 maybe.
And Whiplash gets a 4.8, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man.
War Dogs is great.
It is great. But you know what's even better?
Whiplash was just
He's playing the drums.
It was a unique movie.
Yes.
It was unique.
Yes.
Which can be good.
Yep. Anyway, yeah, I loved it. It was so funny. Scott got there a little bit after me. But you know, because he literally, this is Scott's 4th time seeing the movie.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't need to see the previews. I've seen those 3 times already. And so he gets in there. The previews are still going. And he looks around the theater. He's like, all right, full theater. Full theater, baby. Like he's like so pumped.
It's like me peeking my head up before a show when Lucas is performing. Like, oh, sweet. It's sold out tonight.
He was that excited about like.
It was like he was going to perform.
Yeah. He was like, oh, sweet. I want to
full,
experience it with all these people.
Full house.
And then every single preview that would come up, he'd be like, oh, this movie looks awesome. Like right when the preview starts, I'm like, okay,
dude,
is this gonna be it for the rest of this movie? Is he gonna be like, dude, this scene? Watch this. Hey, it's a little bit scary here. It's a little bit scary.
That's Tom Cruise.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay,
it's a little bit scary here.
Yeah, he did. He said that on the preview. Right on the preview, he goes, oh, dude, this one looks freaky. I'm like, I have no idea what's about to happen in the preview. Just let me watch it. And so I was like, he's gonna be like this the whole movie. He did great. I'll say that for Scott. Mm-hmm. Props. Every once in a while, I would like kind of get into it and look over at him, and he's just like beaming at me, smiling. So he was excited.
What kind of snacks you eat?
I brought a what's it called? Dutch Bros coffee. You heard of that?
Dutch Bros.
It's a new to Kansas City place, but it's like a West Coast
cool
kind of place. Yeah,
dude, we have so many coffee shops here.
Yes, that's right. We have. Kansas City's known for their coffee. You know, it's like every other city, but yeah, I just got a little like I was a little tired, so I brought some Dutch Bros frozen or iced coffee, and Scott did not have anything because he's in shape. He's a fit boy.
Yeah.
But he was like at the end of the movie, he's like, dude, this crowd just like wasn't into it like they were in Utah. He's like,
sounds
Utah,
like his performer.
Yeah, he's like, Utah, you could hear him gasping, like they were laughing really hard, like these guys, and the sound system here, it wasn't as good as Dolby, dude. It wasn't as good as
Dolby, dude. Was this 5.1? I doubt it.
Yeah. I was like, it seemed great to me.
It was really loud.
Yeah.
Dolby.
It wasn't as good as Dolby, man.
there's certain words that I feel like we know in society, just like, oh, that's good. We have no idea what it means. JD Power and Associates. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
What in the world does that mean? Dolby Digital Sound.
Yeah.
Shout out Dolbs.
JD Power, like is that their own little company?
It's like the Oscars. Is there an academy? Is it just JD?
How upset are you that if you're one of the associates? it's like what if like the vice president could have they're like, I think we should do JD Power, Jake Triplett and Associates. And it's like, no, I'm a man of the people. Go ahead, just JD Power. Okay, great. And then all of a sudden for the rest of their life, JD Power and Associates. I don't know.
I'd be upset. We just got a Patreon comment, Brad. I want to read to you.
Okay.
Aubrey Ragoon said, Brad, do you remember when you asked us to guess how many alarms you have on your phone? You said it months ago on the pod. I'm still wondering. Please let us know.
Oh my gosh. It's insane.
She also said, while you look, yeah, please let us know. Thank you. And yes, mark me down for a top bunk at Ghosty Camp. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
How many alarms you have?
Do you want me to count them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or what do you think?
I mean, it's going to take a while. Okay.
Oh. While Brad is counting,
I'll tell you right now, I'm at 14. Guess what time it is?
What do you mean?
14 in chronological order. I'm counting. Guess where my 14th alarm is on
These
my
last
phone.
two questions you've asked me have left me. So, okay. You're 14. It's still only 6 a.m.
5:12 a.m.
Okay. Should I talk? I'll talk. Yeah, Brad, this Patreon comment came from another one of Brad's blogs that he put up on Patreon. People love it. Another Patreon thing. I woke up this morning to a Patreon comment that said, so I don't know when things get posted to Patreon. It's not like you get a notification as the user. All I see is a comment that says, the strapless dress looks great on you, Jake. And I was like, what is that in reference to? We don't even have anything on Patreon about me in a strapless dress. Turns out we do. That's all you get to know, is me giving a speech from a maid of honor. So that's out there.
I'm at 100 alarms and it's 8:48 in the morning.
Okay.
Fun. You want me to keep going? It might take a while.
I guess I didn't understand what was happening. When you said, do you want me to count them? I didn't know what other options we had.
Well, I just knew it would take forever and I didn't know if it was like.
Okay, let's just estimate from here.
350.
Really?
I don't know.
So you just start a new alarm every time you need one?
No, I never. I use Siri all the time.
Oh, so yes.
Yes, I guess you're right, but I don't ever manually say 8:09. I don't have they're not multiple at the same times. It's just I'll be like, Siri, wake me up in 7 minutes. Or Siri, set an alarm for an hour from now.
Wow.
Let me give you more examples of how I do it.
Do you think other people's phones are setting alarms right now? Or do you think Siri knows their voice well enough to not do that?
Siri knows. If your voice is going off with this, then you are a really cool person. Hey, Siri, set the timer for 15 minutes. Okay, it's on.
Got it.
So,
go see summer camp.
Let's talk about it.
There's not a ton to talk about other than Brad and I want to make it happen. More than likely, we'll not be able to pull it off this summer. And it's not because we're not excited about it. It's mainly because Brad and I, if we want to put on a summer camp, the first ever, in history, has a podcast ever put on a summer camp before? This could be the first of its kind ever. So if we're going to do this, we want to do it really, really well.
Yeah.
We want you guys to have time to make all the travel plans you need to.
Right.
We want gas prices to go down. No, I'm just kidding. That's not really being factored in. But I just think for a lot of reasons, it makes sense to, hopefully do it next spring or something. And really plan it out, both all the logistics, location, cost, food, nurse.
We looked into it. We might have to get some kind of primary insurance.
Yeah, all the insurance stuff, the legal stuff. There's got to be a lot that goes into it. And also just from just from our experience at camp, if you're going to put on a camp for people, it's got to be life-changing.
Yes.
I'm not just throwing people together hey, so you guys just, you all have Ghostrunners in common, so have fun.
So talk
for
3 days.
We're going to put on Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, we use the term at K Country, at Kanakuk, my camp. We call them moments of wonder.
Yeah.
We said make a moment of wonder for these kids that they just can't forget, kind of thing. So that's definitely, we're going to strive for making it awesome. And obviously we could try to strive to do that in a month or two and we would do all right probably, but I bet half as many people, if not a third of as many people would be able to make it happen in the next, like some people are not going to, like the Oregon boys, they're not going to be like, hey dude, on the whim, let's go spend all this money and drive all this way, or whatever. So, but yeah, it was fun. It was fun talking today. You, me and Derek kind of just talked for a while and dreamed a little bit.
Yeah. Let's keep working at it. Yeah. While we're still thinking about it and make some plans. Cause it's just, there's so many things we could do. Like give out a scholarship, maybe like one one person gets to come for free or something, a contest. Just the parties, skits,
right?
Just everything.
I know.
So blob, would love to have a blob.
Just bring a blob with us.
Yeah, figure it out. It'd be fun.
So tell me, you said you were at camp this weekend.
Yeah, went to Branson this weekend and did a whole bunch of things. One of them being finally taking Rachel down to Kanakuk. I hadn't been in years, and last time I was there was 2018. I was in a limo, which is really fun, driving a limo into camp and everything. But so I hadn't been forever, and almost no one there anymore worked when I worked. So I don't know many people than the directors.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling, isn't it? Like it's like, man, I used to be like a big deal here not that long ago.
Yeah,
and now no one knows. It's like very humbling. It's like, okay,
it's exactly what I told Rachel. I was like, it's cool to do stuff like this because like no matter what I thought of myself at the time or what people said about me, like it's so cool to see that like I don't matter.
Yeah, this goes on.
The gospel stays the same.
Right.
The faces and the names change, but the people stay the same. The message stays the same. Like that, they don't need me.
Yeah.
So it was really cool, but really got to see the director of the camp, who's still there, Ward Weeby. Love him to death. Oh, so much of where I'm at now to him and the opportunities he gave me back in the day, and got to tell him that face to face, which is really cool. Just how much I appreciated what he let me do on camp property and how it shaped the rest of my life.
I feel like Ward, as far as like people go, like the thing I love that I obviously, Ward 20 times more than I do, 25 times more than I do. But
thank you for
from what I know about him, like I remember he came to Kansas City one time and like hung out at K-Life, maybe before you were there. I don't know if you were there or not, but like he like talked to Catherine, had like such an intentional, I remember Catherine was like, he was so intentional with like listening to me. And like, I could tell he like really like cared about the answers to his question. Like he would ask me a question and he like listened. And like, I think that's so rare in these days to like actually find somebody that's like, I truly care about you. I'm not distracted by my phone over here. Or like, I just want to have a conversation and like get to hear how you're doing. And like, I don't know. I just think that's a really like, as out of all the admirable things about him, that's the one that I feel like is like, he's amazing.
That's cool.
That, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was awesome just to see him in his element. I mean, this is the middle of camp. This is one of the hottest days. It was like probably 97, 98. It's so humid. He's outside and he's coaching basketball.
Yeah.
He's doing that. He heard that I was up there. So as soon as he gets done with that, he runs up and talks to Rachel and I for probably close to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Which in the 6 years I worked there at that camp, I never had 30 minutes to Ward. He's the busiest guy there. He's in charge. There's always so many things to do. I couldn't believe how much time he spent with us. And so intentional with Rachel and really getting to know her. And remembered her name when he said bye 2 hours later. And at the same time, then we go to lunch and Ward is front and center in the middle of the skit. He's doing something. He's yelling. He's banging on a drum.
Yeah.
And then when lunch is over, he's there and he's mopping the floors. I was like, dang, that is so cool.
Yeah.
He's got a million things to do right now.
Right.
And he's like sweeping the floors and mopping the floors. And it was really cool. And
I just love like anytime I really respect somebody, I always am like, okay, why is it that I respect this person? And it's like, okay, I respect him because he's humble, because he's, intentional with his word, because he's like disciplined. And I'm like, okay, I'm not always those things. Like,
but they are attainable. They're not like genetic.
Like that, like that's my dad. My dad is those things. And I'm like, I'm genetically close to my dad, but he is so much more disciplined and so much more like humble and servant hearted, like all these things. I'm like, okay, I need to recognize those things in my own life. And anyway, sorry.
Yeah. So it was cool just to be down there. And like spurred me on. Like, so last week we made the camp counselors video. So I'm already thinking about camp stuff. Then they go down there. Now we're talking about all this Ghostrunners summer camp. So I'm in total summer camp mode right now.
Yeah.
Just like wanting to, let's build our own. And on top of that, just different people. Harrison is down here.
Did you guys hear that noise? It hit the house.
No.
My pan hit the house.
My pan hit the house.
Your pan did?
We were trying to film. Look at my pan. Look how flat my pan is outside.
This?
We hit the house with the pan, yeah.
What part of the house?
It was like right by the window. That's why I was like, did you guys hear? No, we were trying to do at bats with the football, and we put a little Pam on the pan. So sorry about your house, landlord. but I'm more worried about my pants. You owe me a pants.
what? I'll learn later what the video is, I guess.
Yeah, I'll show you later.
Okay.
It's actually pretty funny, but anyway.
Thank you.
Go on with the chlorophyll.
Go on with the chlorophyll.
I mean, it is a straight, like the pan is bent. If you can't see it on the YouTube video, like that's always a fun thing to admit to the guy who owns the house.
All right.
Just like, cool.
All right.
So
Harrison lately has been, we'll go back to Canada. Well, for one, I texted Harrison yesterday and said, hey, I know you work during the week, but I'd love to golf with you sometime this weekend. Are you available? And he's like, I have so many work emails. But you know what? I could probably be there Thursday at 4:30. I was like, okay.
Read it again. Hey, read the text again.
I was like, okay, so no to this weekend. He's like, oh no, I know I can play Saturday. So I was like, okay. And then when we were watching the NBA Finals game last week,
I told Catherine about that. I was like, I forgot how flighty Harrison is when he has his phone.
Flighty.
Is that the right word for it?
No, that's a fun word. Yeah. That's fun. Yeah.
The one that I remember specifically was Joker 2 is going to be a musical. So like, I don't know if you guys have heard that, but like there's a new Joker that's going to come out and it's going to be like musical movie. And so I said it. And I think Isaac was like, yeah, I heard that too. And you were like, no way, that's crazy.
I just come downstairs. I was like, what's going on? Like, oh, it's going to be a musical. They say it again. I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
And then
everyone's talking about it.
Harrison's like, wait, did you guys like, I just looked up Joker 2 is going to be a musical.
And we're like waiting to see. He's like, oh, he's being serious.
I was like, yeah, dude.
And then Isaac, probably 3 different times, there was a guy on the Warriors bench who just had like really good looking, like silver hair. And Isaac,
Silver Fox.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, that guy looks good. Silver Fox, whatever. Probably said 3 or 4 times. And then it's like fourth quarter, it's like 2 minutes left in the game. Harrison goes, that guy on the bench, low key, has like some nice hair. And we're like, yeah, that's the guy we've been talking about all game.
We all like looked at each other like, is he? No, he's serious.
Is he doing it again?
Yeah. And I bet that happened 5 times.
And now he just hit my house with a pan.
He's getting into
YouTube.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think your roommates are getting a little more creative these days.
I think F12 spurred something on in Scott and in Luke and in Harrison. And
they're like, Brad and Jake are idiots, and they get people to come to their.
Yeah, I get hit stuff with pans. See what kind of audience I find.
Harrison is very good at creativity, though, and so I'm glad that he's like pursuing something.
More full of ideas than any person I've ever met.
Right.
And I truly mean any person I've ever met. Yeah. I don't know where he like finds this in his brain to have all these ideas.
Who knows?
But he does.
It's good quality.
Anyway, being at camp was awesome. On the way down there from Branson to where the camp actually is, I played Rachel just various Kanakuk theme songs.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
No, wait. Go ahead.
One Time by Michael W. Smith.
I don't know that one.
Fired me up.
Really?
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
It's so good. I doubt it's copyrighted. I could probably play it right now if I can find it. I'll keep talking. I'll find it later. But that's when we went to the blueberry farm, which was like, this is going to be right up Rachel's alley. You could pick your own blueberries.
Outside.
Yeah, it's 100 degrees out. The heat index is 110. Yeah, so that was fun. And then went into camp, and it was just so cool seeing like a few people that... here's what happened is I saw every type of person. So we'll go through it. One, I saw a 12-year-old who knew me from TikTok. That was great. He was really, really cool and just really confident. He walked right up to me and he goes, you make videos with Trey Kennedy. I was like, yes, I do. And he was so fun. And we talked for a little bit. His name was Colin. Shout out Colin. And then I had someone else come up to me and he said, hey, I'm a former camper. When I was here, you were on programs.
Okay.
Just wanted to come up and say like, you're one of the main reasons I'm here right now.
No way.
You made camp so fun that I wanted to work here. And I was like,
what
that is so cool.
Yeah.
I saw a Ghostrunners listener and friend of mine, Devin Colson.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen that name. Yeah, but my last summer was his first summer. He's still there.
Okay.
He's still listened to every episode. I guess he must do it on the Two Forks. He was like up to date, knows everything.
Love it. Yeah.
So he was there, which he was so likable as like a first year counselor. So I'm not surprised.
Some like intangible quality about some of them that's like, you are a stud. Like
exactly. Everyone loved him and they barely knew him. And it's so cool to see now 5-6 years later, he has his own chant. Like the people borderline worship him. He even said, he's like, dude, it was getting like sacrilegious. People would like, or were like bowing to him. And he's like, last year I really had to like say something. He's like, I felt so bad.
He's on leadership?
Yeah.
What's he?
Yeah. He was doing programs and now he's doing maintenance. Like, dude, good for you. When I saw him, he was in a cage with a wrench in his hand.
Okay.
I was like, wow, okay. And then Dark Horse saw Claire Long, doesn't even work there. K1 came over to show them the camp, and she was a counselor. So former K-Life kid of mine.
Wow.
She was there.
Okay.
Yeah. And then saw Ward, saw the leaders. So yeah, saw one of every type of person. And it was just so cool just hearing nice things from people about the time that I spent there. And
sure.
You just think about that. It's just this job. Yeah, it's this task. Like, I want to throw a cool party. And then next thing you know, people are like, I'll never forget this and what it did for me here and how it made me. I still think about it years later. It's like, whoa.
I mean,
this is awesome.
It's whatever. It's always hard when we like kind of toot our own horns, but it's similar praise that we get sometimes with the podcast where it's like, we weren't trying to like affect, well, in camp, we kind of had a deeper strategy behind, like, obviously we have fun, but then at the end of the day, it's about deeper things than fun. But like, it's the same idea. Like we weren't trying to change somebody's life to the point where they would, become
quit their job
counselor
or
because of this party. But at the same time, it's like, man, I love that party. And so then I kept going back to camp, and then I worked here because of that, changed my life completely. So it's just cool to hear about stuff. Catherine's cousin, Jennifer, had worked at K2 the last couple of years, but this year she's studying abroad, but she was at work week at K2 this past summer, and they were doing opening day. And I guess, opening day, they have like little interviews with the campers and like, what's your favorite podcast, whatever. And somebody's like, Ghostrunners podcast.
A camper?
Yes.
Oh,
I believe that's the story.
It out in front of everyone at camp.
Yeah. And Jennifer,
that is so cool.
Jennifer was like, wait, and they're like, oh, so you like know like Brad's family? Like, Catherine? She's like, yeah, I know Catherine. She's like, I've known her for my whole life.
We got to find this person.
I don't know if Jennifer, if you're listening, if whoever's listening to this,
find them.
Yeah. If you went to K2 and you like Ghostrunners and you said something about it, holler. I can't believe I forgot to tell you that. I heard it at the beach because I was with Jennifer's family at the beach. So
wow, Jennifer's family.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was fun to hear.
That's really cool.
That's fun.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's awesome. I have Michael W. Smith one time pulled up. I'm gonna try to find the chorus. You guys are gonna be like, that's the song you're geeked out about. But dude, when you're 12 years old and you're in a foam party and this song comes, when I was a camper, that's why. Yeah, I have so many memories attached to this. Let's try and find it. Oh yeah. Michael W. Smith at his finest.
That's so fun. Dude.
What's that doing for you?
It's fun. It makes me think of makes you think of like the dining hall, like because at the dining hall you have different little themes, different days for different stuff, and so it's like let's do throwback like DC Talk and Michael W. Smith, and, whatever. It's funny because like Michael W. Smith did the theme songs for a while, and then they got like Lecrae to do it one year, and it was like okay, it's on a little bit of a different level now.
I don't even know what's going on now. Maybe you and I should do it.
Maybe we should.
We're musicians.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we should definitely go back there and like be like, hey, we'll do whatever you need to do.
We'll do the theme song.
I guess, yeah. I guess we can perform one of our podcasts live for you guys.
Here's something potentially fun. Rachel just sent me a voice memo. I think about her experience finding the phone in Target.
Okay.
Shall we listen? Could be fun.
It's dangerous.
Rachel's a podcaster now.
Okay, here's what happened.
Okay.
So I only had to get like 3 things from Target. So I got them really quick, really record time. And
Braggart.
I got out to my car and my phone unlocks my car.
Braggart twice.
But that happens sometimes. So I just waited a little bit and then it still wasn't unlocking. So I automatically looked at my watch to ping it like I always do.
Yeah.
And it said it was out of reach. It was like the red button or the red phone, which is a nightmare for me to see. So then I was like, oh, great. I left it in Target. But then I was pretty happy because I remembered I'd only stopped at 3 spots in Target. So I thought it'd be pretty easy to find.
Fair.
So I went back to the self-checkout. And so I had to go like through the exit to the self-checkout. And I checked at the place where I checked out and had to ask the people if I could look really quick who were there. And they were weird about it. But I did really quick and it wasn't there.
Okay.
And my phone was still not within reach. So then I went back to the first spot that I grabbed items from, and my phone was still out of reach. And then on my way to the second spot, my phone became in reach. I wasn't at the second spot.
Okay.
But I was on my way. So I was like, oh, maybe it fell out of my cart or something. So I pinged it, but I couldn't hear it. So I just kept walking that way. And when I was about to ping it again, a lady came up to me and was like, oh, looks like you're looking for a phone. I found one in a cart and gave it to a worker. So I was like, oh,
okay.
That is awesome. Thank you for not stealing it. Now I just need to find that worker. So then I was just following my watch, trying to figure out like where I was in range to ping it.
Okay.
And so then I pinged it a couple more times and couldn't hear it. And then I took like 3 more steps and he was out of range.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, great, this worker is moving. So then I had to just like power walk really fast in between aisles to figure out where this worker was. And then I pinged it and I could hear it. And then I went to the aisle and there were like 3 workers there. And I asked if anybody had my phone. And they made me say what color my phone was. I don't really know why. Obviously,
yeah, you're pinging.
I was asking for a phone, I lost it. But I got it back and I unlocked my car. So it was a good day at Target.
All right. That's fun.
That's probably a fun little journey.
That actually sounds really fun to me. Like that'd be a fun date idea right there, Jake.
I'm gonna hide your phone.
Yeah, go hide a phone that's connected to Apple Watch and see how fast you can get it. I think that sounds like a challenge that I would enjoy.
Because you know it's somewhere in the building and you know you're gonna get information back to know if you're closer, warmer, colder, whatever. Yeah.
Dude, I would do that. Maybe not with a phone because I don't want anybody to steal it while it gets pinged. I love that. It's like, well, what color? Hey, I'll give you your phone back if you can tell me one of the 4 colors that it could be.
Yeah. Okay. What's the logo on the back?
What kind of phone?
Okay.
Describe the phone. Does it have a screen on the front or the back?
Yeah. Physical buttons or touchscreen?
Yeah.
It's been going off like crazy. It's been pinged like 40 times. You got to prove it's yours though.
Yeah, seriously. Like those people are just holding it like, yeah.
Well, I'm glad she got it. Sounds like she had a fun attitude, great spirit about it.
Of course.
Always.
When does she not?
I know. I texted her this morning. I was like, how was yoga? And she was like, I was the last one in like always. I had to put my mat sideways in the corner by the garbage, which smelled terrible, but I had so much fun.
Is she she's a late person?
She has not been on time to anything. I mean, she was probably, very late being birthed.
Yeah.
Like she was
4 weeks late.
Late arrival.
Yeah. Didn't even want
to bring that back up.
Yeah. Late arrival. We didn't film the DoorDash video today. That reminded me. The delivery thing.
Yeah. Yeah. We talked a lot.
We did, which was fun. Okay. Tell me more about, you got any more for Branson? Like,
oh, sure. Yeah. Let's see.
You see some shows?
Yeah. I saw the Dixie Stampede, which is now called the Dolly Parton Stampede. Still split you up in North and South, though, which I was shocked to learn.
Yeah, give us a quick rundown of what the Dixie Stampede is for those who don't know.
I think if you're really old or really young, you like it. And if you're my age, you go to kind of like satirically enjoy it.
Okay.
Because it's not like that entertaining, really. But I just wanted...
I've never been.
It's one of those things like, I got so excited to show Rachel, and now that she's seen it, she's like, I would love to come here and take my parents. It's like something that's like kind of fun to show people. Like, look how like Branson this is.
That sums up Branson in general.
Yeah, like look at this.
Yeah.
I kept almost all of the weekend a secret to Rachel just because she likes that. And too, it's like, it's more fun if she doesn't know what to expect. So I didn't tell her that, hey, you're about to eat a 7-course meal with your hands.
Really?
They don't give you any silverware. And the first course is creamy mushroom soup.
This is like just part of the experience.
That's how they've always done it. So you just have to slurp the soup, and then there's a biscuit, and then there's a potato wedge, and then comes the entire chicken, and then there's like a ham slice, and then there's something else, and then it's
chicken
like
and ham.
Yeah, that's like an apple turnover.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
So yeah, I mean that meal is just so Branson. And it's like we got water, sweet tea, or Coke, which is fun, out of a mason jar. And it's just a dinner and a show. There's like an hour and a half of entertainment. You're in basically like a rodeo kind of arena. And it's just very interesting. There's a lot of horses and animals and stuff involved. And they split you into sides and they're like, all right, let's hear it for the South. Like, I don't know. Rachel's like, can you please talk like this the rest of the weekend? Because that guy was just ridiculous.
The way, his MC voice.
Yeah.
How many people are there approximately?
Rachel asked me that, and I guessed 1,000, and then I counted one row and times about how many rows there are, and I bet it was about 900.
Really?
And so she was like, "You've performed for this many people." I was like, "Yeah, like double this sometimes."
Twice.
She's like, "Wow, that's cool."
Yeah.
It's like, "Thank you."
You were at the shows, right? Like...
Yeah. So that was fun, just getting to take her there, and we went to a place called Mel's Hard Luck Diner.
Yeah, you mentioned that last week.
Oh,
I hadn't heard of it.
Okay, yeah, where their waiters and waitresses sing to you.
Is it on the Strip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the Strip. I ordered the spaghetti.
I would never order spaghetti in public. I wouldn't. Like, were the noodles like unnecessarily thick?
They were unnecessarily long.
Okay.
Dude, there was like, the fun facts you hear about your intestines. It was like, they can go to the moon and back.
It was
It's
actually one noodle just like spun a bunch of times on the plate.
It could have been one noodle. I don't know. Yeah, I never got to the end of it. I was just having to like do that a lot. It was fun. Just, yeah, I loved it. She loved it.
Did they give you some insults? So what kind of insult? You said they're
insults.
Mean to you, right?
No, they sing to you.
Oh, they sing to you.
Yeah, they just sing songs the whole time. So like you don't see your waitress for a while. It's like, oh, she's like gearing up to sing A Whole New World.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know what song ours sang. They're like weird song. Not like gospel. Like I don't know it because it's as old. It's just like this seems like a weird version of an 80s song that wasn't popular.
Oh, really?
It's like I don't know what we're singing.
Branson, maybe.
Yeah, very
you guys go
Branson.
Karting?
No, we did not. I just realized I didn't turn the light on. Look at that.
I look good, no matter what.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted to do. We only had so much time, and I wanted to do like very Branson specific, like go karting, laser tag, pet putt, all still very Branson, but not like as specific as it could be.
She's been there. Yeah, she's done that. Probably.
She karted before.
Titanic Museum, maybe not.
Maybe. I was hoping there'd be like museums open up at like 8 a.m. They're not. Or else we would have done that. Yeah, had a lot of fun. Went down to Kanakuk. Just
good.
It was a good time.
Steve and Trish doing well?
Yeah, hung out with him Friday, went down to the landing with them, and I got dinner. My dad, we went to the place that it's just American, but they have everything. And he ordered like fish and chips.
Okay.
And even as he's ordering, he's like, I don't know why I'm about to order fish and chips. Like, why I never order this. And we're like, like, do you want the burger?
I don't even like fish.
Yeah, he doesn't really like fish. And so he orders it, gets it. He finishes all like 6, like
fish
fillets.
Yeah.
And he's like, boy, that was not good. I just ate every bite. And then we're walking away. He's like, man, I don't know why I ordered that fish. It's like, I don't know why. No one else knows either. I don't know why you did that.
Oh, man.
So that was fun. I learned after I asked to take them out to dinner and Andy's that they've been pretty disciplined in their intermittent fasting. They have not been eating after 5 p.m.
Except for this.
I think months. So whoopsie daisy.
For months?
I think for a long time.
You didn't know? You didn't?
We don't talk diet. It's off limits.
Diet Dr. Pepper. That's it. Okay. That's funny. Yeah, that's always the hard thing with intermittent fasting is like, what about when someone wants to do something social with you? It's like,
yeah,
I guess I'll just sit there.
I always wanted to do
watch them eat the fish and chips.
I think they're called polyphasic sleep cycles where you sleep weird times, but it's like you have to be so rigid that you basically can't ever say yes to anything spontaneous in your life.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, I need a nap right now. I'm going to get so thrown off.
What is the schedule like? Is
it depends. It's different for every people. You could take a nap every 6 hours for 30 minutes, every 4 hours for 45, or sleep once through the night for 4 hours and then 2 naps during the day.
Interesting.
People try different stuff. I guess Kobe Bryant did it for a little bit and
won, 4 national
had success.
Titles, so
took Rachel down to the Tanger Outlet Mall. That was fun.
Yeah.
Got recognized a lot this weekend. Probably my favorite one, not just of the weekend, but maybe ever, is middle schooler Johnny. Just, I've never left someone speechless before in my life. And he was just like, he like couldn't even say anything. And we're just the nicest kid. And it was like, I watch your videos. And I was like, dude, that's awesome.
Let's go.
He's like, Jean Shorts comedy. And I was like, yes. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's so cool. And so got a picture with him and his dad was awesome. And yeah, so Johnny was the man.
Big John.
I
like it.
That was fun. Trying to think what other like little things happen. Outlet Mall was great. At one point on the way back, we stopped at a gas station, and this was something kind of unique that happened. For one, a guy holds the door open for me to go into the bathroom. Like, great, awesome. I get in there, and there's only one urinal. It's like, shoot, he let me go, and now I'm just kind of like,
okay,
I guess I'll go to the urinal, and he'll just wait for me. Sucks for him.
Was the stall taken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just one urinal. So I'm like, all right, whatever, I'll go. And this is where it gets pretty unique. As I am peeing at the urinal, he's behind me, just kind of waiting. That's fine, whatever. I hear his belt start to undo. Like, he undoes his belt behind me. Dude, I was so uncomfortable.
What?
I hated it. I guess he was just like getting ready, just trying to, cut out
the 3 seconds it takes, or
dude, I don't know.
Did you peer back?
I didn't peer back. I was scared of what I might see.
That's fair.
I was just like, hey, just stay focused. You at the job at hand, stay focused. At the job in your hand, stay focused.
Stay focused. Stay focused.
Everything was fine, but I really did not enjoy, because at a urinal, I don't care where you are, it's vulnerable.
I have always thought that. I always thought if someone wanted to come punch me in the face right now, they could do it, and I'm stuck. And what do I do? Or if someone wants to come steal my phone right now,
I can't do a thing.
I can't just like turn around and run towards them.
It just feels like I am locked into place until I'm done.
Yes, I've always.
Yeah.
Thank you
so
for also having that thought.
Yeah, totally.
I've always thought like if I'll ever go to like kind of a shady bar or something, I'm like,
if I find myself at a shady bar,
if I'm at one of them hole in the wall, no, seriously though, I'm like, if somebody could come up to me right now and just punch me and take all my stuff, I'd just be there, zipper down, and not know what to do. So anyway,
zipper down, winky out, just vulnerable, dude.
Winky.
Yeah, it was normal. It was fine, but boy, I didn't like it. I never want to have that happen again.
I would not either.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fine. There's no ending to the story, really.
Okay, so maybe that just teaches you next time, even if he holds the door, you insist he goes first, and then you unbuckle belt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I insist.
Yeah.
I insist.
That is odd. Dude.
Please pee in front of me. I insist.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Do you have anything more from Branson?
Rachel and I got really into the song "Staying Alive" by the Bee Gees.
Really?
Yeah.
Just cause?
Rachel was like, "Can I put a song on?" Which she never does. I mean, Rachel never makes decisions. It's always just, it's like, yeah, of course. And she put on "Staying Alive" by the Bee Gees. She's like, I think this is one of the best songs.
It is a very good song. Like, it is underrated.
As soon as she said that and you hear just the first 5 seconds, it's like, actually, yeah, this is a really good song.
Yeah.
And so we just played it over and over and over again.
Where did it come from? Like, where did it?
I don't know.
Like, she was at Fuddruckers and she was like, "Staying Alive's on. I got to listen to that again."
No, this was on the way down. Like, nothing had happened. I don't know why she just thought of it. I don't know. I don't know where it came from. She's like, "Can we put on "Staying Alive" by the Bee Gees?"
It's a good song. It's got a great bass like line in it.
We tried to search "Staying Alive" bass only.
Oh,
because we wanted to hear that. Yeah,
it's great. And then I mean the vocal, like the Bee Gees vocals.
Yeah, they're fun.
They don't make them like that anymore. That's really funny.
It's a big weekend for "Staying Alive."
Just over and over and over.
Yeah, a lot. Almost every time we get back in the car, "Staying Alive."
Did you have any like moments where you're like, "Oh, I want to listen to this song"? I guess you did because you were listening to Michael W. Smith. But like, yeah, other thoughts of like I bet if I went to camp, I'd be like, I remember when I was really into, Imagine Dragons. I remember actually I was like, that was right when they had come out. And Catherine had this like mixed CD with Imagine Dragons on it. And we listened to it a bunch, on 2/4s and stuff.
That's great. I had that moment because I wanted to show her Bolivar briefly, which is on the way. So on the way down on Friday, and we were at this intersection. I was like, this intersection reminds me of Fun, the band. I was like, they must have come on for the first time ever when I was in college here. I don't know. This intersection is associated with Fun right now in this moment.
Yeah, exactly. I love that.
And it was fun.
It was fun. And then we listened to "Staying Alive" for the 18th time, and it was great every time. There's a really good cover of "Staying Alive" by, I think the name is, maybe try to find it. Sirius Black. Is that some, have you heard of them?
Sirius XM.
No.
XM.
Sirius Black, "Staying Alive." Yeah, look it up sometime. It's really good.
Look it up.
Anyway, that's great. I love that.
Yeah.
I do have one. I'll give you $1 if for you.
Oh, fun.
It's a challenge. It's a mental challenge of how well you know yourself and your technology.
Okay.
I had a challenge for my phone. This is a challenge for your own phone. As you know, if you like pull down the home screen on your phone, you can search for things and stuff. There's always four apps.
Yeah.
I will give you $1, Jacob Triplett, if you can correctly guess at least 2 of the 4 apps on your phone right now that are suggested.
How many guesses do I get?
4.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Find My is going to be on there. Potentially Files, actually, as well.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Potentially. I don't want to explain why. Okay.
I wonder if it's because you work with files all day.
Well, do you feel like it's not always predictable when you do that? Yeah, because sometimes
it's location based, it's time based.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, but I do notice it, and I take note of how unpredictable it can be. It's like, But always, like sometimes Spotify's on there. It's like I don't really use, I don't know.
Notes is always on there for me. Maybe I should.
Really? No, Notes is not on there for me. That's fine.
Because I do that thing on my phone where I like.
This is
sorry.
tough.
I know I'm hijacking your game. But like I delete a lot of the things off my home screen. Like I like having only one home screen. Of course, I have a second one right now, but like, or one like slide.
Yeah.
And then you can just delete the rest of them, but keep the app on your phone.
And you just find them.
Yeah, and I search for them if I need them. And so I really enjoy that. So
okay, but my two guesses. I would find my files. I'm gonna do contacts, and then we do iMessage.
Contacts?
For the longest time,
I
couldn't find it. Every time I need a contact, like, where is this app on my phone? It was on the home screen the whole time. I'm an idiot. It was on the first page.
Okay, what'd you say again? Sorry.
Find my files. What did I just say?
Find my files. Contacts.
iMessage and contacts. Yeah.
Okay. Can I try to steal?
Yeah.
If I get 2.
Wow, this is gonna be impressive. Yeah, guess 4. But they can't be any of mine.
Okay. Spotify.
Okay.
Spotify, Instagram.
Okay.
Spotify, Instagram,
Lime,
Apple, Spotify, Instagram, Docs. I'm gonna go Docs.
Oh, okay. We use it.
I know.
That's a good guess. That's a good guess.
Spotify, Instagram, Docs. I'm gonna go wild card here. Phone.
Oh, phone. Okay. Ready for the big reveal? Okay.
Let's see.
Jakey wins.
One at a time. Okay.
Sorry.
Messages. Find my Patreon, DoorDash. Okay.
Wow.
DoorDash.
Well, that's why it's weird. It's like I've only done that from a computer the last 5 times I've done it. I'm not using the DoorDash app. Why is it suggesting it right now? Dinner time?
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
Oh.
Okay. I owe you $1.
Yes.
Out of curiosity, I'm sure you are. I have notes, Home Depot, phone, and messages.
Home Depot.
Which I don't use that very often, but I was just at Home Depot and I used it 2 hours ago. So maybe it's like, you need to use that again.
We had a fun blooper shoot with the girls today. Like one was like, girls versus guys. The girls was like, I just wish he would open up. And then Lindsay was like, hey, you know what time Home Depot opens up? Trying to get some steak. And you're like, what? She's like steaks to put in the ground. I know they don't serve steak there. I was like, there's still.
And no one just said, no one needs one steak.
One steak. Yeah, that's why I gave her a hard time for it.
Trying to get some steak.
You going to Home Depot? We can help you with. I'd like 1 steak, please.
Where's your steak?
Steak aisle?
And I want it early in the morning too.
Yeah,
When's that place open?
I need a steak. Oh, it's going to be a great blooper. Because she is like not backing down. Like, I had to do this last week. I went to Home Depot to get a steak.
A steak?
Yeah, a steak. I don't know. I wasn't totally following.
That's
Morgan and I were
funny.
dying laughing.
Okay.
What time's Home Depot open? I need a steak.
Mama needs a porterhouse.
Lindsay Porterhouse.
There you go. That's great.
Something happened like probably a month ago now that I was like, Brad's gonna love this, and I forgot to say it for a month, so the details are gonna be iffy.
Okay.
But I go into the Subway by my house, and
love how much you like Subway.
No one in my life likes Subway. It's hard.
I like it fine.
Okay,
People really hate on Subway.
Rachel is so turned off by it, and even Isaac. Isaac and I will eat anything together. Isaac is anti-Subway.
Isaac's anti-subs, period.
Really, cold cuts, not for him.
Cold, warm, toasted, doesn't matter. He will not touch it.
Toasted, lukewarm, just out of the microwave, freezing cold.
It's like, dude, let's go get Jimmy John's. He's like, no, I don't like Jimmy John's. So anyway, but I think Subway's fine, but I think it's hilarious. Like, I meant to make fun of you last week when you were like, oh yeah, I remember in Indianapolis, I walked to a Subway. I was like, you were in Indianapolis. You could have gone to this like fun local place. You're like, a $5 footlong sounds nice right now.
I don't know. It's just not in my personality. I can't get that into food.
It doesn't have to be food though. I think half the fun of going to a restaurant is the experience of like the atmosphere.
Let me tell you about the experience and the atmosphere that you get at a Subway.
Which Subway are you at? Oh, the one. Oh yeah, right by your house.
Same parking lot as Jumping Catfish.
That one's been there forever, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, you've been inside the pizza shop by my house?
Oh yeah, sure.
It has not changed since 1996, and I really like it. I like it. It's that way.
It's got all the pennants up, right?
Yeah, it's like old like red cups that every pizza company had.
Yes.
You know, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like I said, I'm not going to remember a lot of details, but I remember kind of the end of the story. Basically, when I pull up, I was like, am I coming up on like a domestic like situation? I don't know what's going on. Or like,
outside or inside?
On the outside. But
Okay.
then everything seemed fine. They kind of went their separate ways. And then the girl goes inside because she's an employee. So I'm talking to her where, get my order. And then that guy comes back in. Apparently he also works there too, but he's just off the clock or something. It's like, oh, okay. So they do work together.
Okay.
But then I learned they're in a relationship. It's like, oh, okay. And they seem fine now. Okay.
Messy.
So
don't
yeah.
don't mix love and cold cuts.
Yeah, and toasted cheddar.
Don't mix Black Forest ham and salamis.
And girlfriends.
Not
all at once.
Not.
And anyway, all I remember was just something like the guy was asking me, he's like, man, what do you do for a living? And so I'm kind of explaining it to him. He's like, you hiring? And I was like, no, not really at the moment. And I was like, you looking for work? And he's like, yeah, man. I mean, just working here, just like not like, it's not enough for us. Like, it's just, we work here all the time and it's still so hard to
make ends meet.
Yeah, just like get by and everything. And so I had a lot of like, I don't know, compassion for the situation. I was like, oh my gosh. And almost felt bad for the judgments I might have had like going in there. And anyway, so then it just becomes like this really fun like brainstorming session with me and these two people of like, let's figure out like ways you can like make money on the side or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I threw a lot of different stuff at them, but the one I remember him like resonating with, I was like, no, I've never done this. I was like, do you guys have like a truck or anything? He's like, yeah, I've got a truck. I was like, okay, perfect. I was like, I've heard that there's some money to be made off Facebook Marketplace, like buying like large items, like you find a nice like couch that someone's selling for a Prairie Village, you buy it from them and you sell it for more, on Facebook Marketplace. You don't even you just leave the couch in your truck until you sell it, whatever. I was like, you could flip items on Facebook Marketplace. He's like, oh, okay. He's like starting to get the hang of it. And I was like, so for instance, you do this and you do this. And he goes outside, or no, we were still inside. And he's like looking around, and in the dumpster of the parking lot, like of the subway parking lot, there's like a little like baby crib in it. And he gets fired. He's like, so like I could sell that baby crib in that dumpster? I was like, yeah, you could go to that dumpster and you could sell that baby crib.
Yeah.
Just take it and just sell it on Facebook Marketplace. He's like, oh boy. He's like, we just go. He was like so excited. He's like, we'll go home. We'll clean it off. Like we'll put like the bathtub or something. Like we'll clean it off. We'll like do whatever we do. Make it look nice. We'll sell it on Facebook Marketplace. I was like, exactly. I was like, you go all across the town, buy baby cribs and dumpsters. And
this guy's gonna become a hoarder because of you.
Yeah.
He's gonna have, man, no one wants to buy dumpster baby cribs. I don't know what's going on.
I'm about to give a little false confidence on the baby crib dumpster. I was like, yeah, I mean, someone will want it. Somebody in this town.
There's no reason that thing's in the dumpster. I guarantee you.
Anyway, I feel like we left it in a really good spot. It was really fun. He was like really motivated to find things just that are being sold online and just take nicer pictures of them and hopefully like sell them for more money or whatever. And I meant to go back a couple days later and see if the baby crib was in there. And I don't know, but I'm excited for like the next time it's that Subway to hopefully see them or check in and like how's Facebook Marketplace going.
That's really cool.
So
that's fun. I'm glad. Good for you for like having that conversation and not just being like, dude, I'm sorry, that's tough. Economy's tough right now or whatever. Just be like, okay, well, let's fix it. Like,
yeah, it's kind of fun.
Let's take some extra time and like be intentional about this. That's good.
Yeah, it was a good time.
That's great.
I'm not positive, but that might be what all my friends who say they work in consulting do, but maybe not.
I think that's what everyone wishes they did in consulting because that sounds fun. I don't think many people that are consultants are like, I love my job.
It's just so fun.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Should we do some, I don't know.
Yeah.
Voice memos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's one.
Hey, Jake and Brad, this is Lucy from Arkansas, and I just wanted to say that you guys have been killing it lately. I've just been loving the content, loving all the recent episodes. I don't know if it's the fact that you guys have guests on or whatnot, but the vibes are up, my friends.
All right.
Anyways, I just wanted to ask you a quick question. Do you guys think you would have been friends if you knew each other in high school or middle school, etc.? Thank you.
Would we be friends in high school, middle school, or etc.?
Etc. I think etc. Is that the name of your middle school or your middle school?
Mine was Mark Twain. I assumed you went to etc.
I did.
Okay.
Etc. though.
Etc.
It's only it's like
brunch hours.
Yeah, it had Benedict. It had scrambled over easy.
Our rivals were Sunnyside. I hate those guys.
Those guys were jerks. Don't even talk to me about Poached. Stole all our people. So would we be friends? Of course we'd be friends. I don't know if we'd be like tight though. Do you think we'd be tight?
Oh, I think so.
You think so?
You were the exact person I gravitated to all the way through school.
But I don't know if I was the same back then. You know what I mean?
You seem probably more the same than I was the same.
You think so?
I don't know. There's no way of knowing.
Tell me what you mean by that. Tell me how you were.
I think like when I look at a lot of like my best friends, like in 9th grade, before Randy Ropke moved, you could have been my Randy Ropke, and then he moved away, and it's like, well, I really like Joe Preston, but then he moved away.
Now I understand. Well, like you were like Randy Ropke and then Joe Preston. Okay, no.
Just like one, there had to be a baseline of like, can we bond over sports? Can we play sports together?
Yes.
Boom, that's there.
Yeah.
2, really the only other thing I needed. Are you funny? Do you make me laugh?
Yeah.
Let's hang out.
Okay.
Totally.
How sarcastic were you back in the day?
Oh,
did you use it as like a defense mechanism?
I don't know if I had things to be defending away.
Okay.
It seems like just, things were good. Life was good. I don't know.
Because I think if you were too mean to me about me being chubby, I don't know if I would have liked you very much.
My gosh. You think that's something that might have come up?
Yeah.
You being sarcastic about that?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
No.
Because
middle school was the prime of my life. I was going to Kanakuk. I was in youth group.
Oh, yeah.
You would have.
You were Michael
belle of the ball
every morning.
Yeah.
Because I remember one of my best friends, still to this day, Logan is his name, Logan Lindahl. We were in band together, and I remember like, they made all the trumpets like individually play this thing, and I played it. And I remember he turned around. I thought Logan was like a tool, and he turned around and he goes, "Dude, you're really good." And I'm like, "Whoa, this guy's nice." And then all of a sudden I was like, I misjudged this guy. He's actually the nicest guy I've ever met.
Huh.
And I think I just was like kind of probably a little bit insecure about myself. And so I was like, I don't like when people make fun of me. So if they make fun of me, I'm just going to like hate on them back. So I didn't know if you would be that way.
I don't think so. But I think it's also very easy to say like, no, I would never.
In middle school?
In middle school?
I would never make that joke.
Say something I regret? No.
Yeah.
Way back then? No way. I would never.
No, yeah, I've always been a humorous person. Yes, for sure.
I think me, you, and Scott like absolutely would have been friends.
Yeah.
From what I hear.
You kind of like, I think back in the day, you and Scott were probably similar, like almost the same person in a lot of ways. Like, because you were pretty shrimpy.
Big
Scott
shrimp,
was
jumbo shrimp. Yeah.
Scott was a shrimpy dude. There was a book back in the day that we read in class called Freak the Mighty. You ever heard that book?
No.
It's basically about this one really big kid and this one small kid, and they were best friends. And I was like, Scott, we're Freak the Mighty. We're Freak the Mighty. Like he would like Freak, whatever the guy's name was. The guy, the big kid would literally put the other kid on his shoulders, and they would walk around together. I'm like,
who put who on his shoulders?
In the pool, Scott put me on his shoulders. And I don't think I ever like had him on my shoulders, but that was definitely like our relationship was like, hey, little buddy, these guys are cute together. Man, middle school was an interesting time, man. Just AIM and the girls, always seeing how they're doing, checking their away messages.
I am just so sad. Like, I feel like everyone has a better memory than I do of like things and I'm blaming it on, my theory is that I slept so little in college that I think I lost a lot of like
really
memory.
Interesting.
Yeah, when I've read there's little tidbits here and there about sleep, it just seems like sleep is so incremental when it comes to like health or growth or a lot of things, but also just like retaining memories, I think is one of the core things that sleep helps you do. And that's my, sports marketing degree theory.
Googled it once.
And that's fine for me. Yeah. I don't know. I just can't remember very many specifics at all about that era of my life.
Really?
I mean, even college, it's like, I remember some stories.
Like, man, we had fun.
But it's like, yeah, what did I do? Like, what did I do?
What did I fill my time with all day, every day?
Totally. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Like I drove through SBU and I was expecting more things to like kind of come rushing back. It's like, there's some stories.
It's like, yeah, I think I had a class in Calvin, maybe. I don't know.
That might have been just one of my friends who told me about it. It could go either way.
That is either a class building or
wait, no, I lived there. That's a dorm.
Boiler room or
boiler room. That's where we had chapel. Shoot.
Oh shoot, that's where we had chapel. I didn't get my chapel credit. So.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't go to chapel. That does remind me too, though. This whole weekend, Rachel was so good and enjoyed so much. I mean, it was just a weekend full of me just telling her stories. Like, we went Bolivar, Stratford, Branson, Kanakuk. So it's just a massacre of just like
a Jake-filled weekend.
Here's just, let me tell you this memory. Let me tell you this story. Let me expect you to remember the names of every single person and every story and how they're connected to my life.
Right. And she was good. She remembered them.
Smart girl. Must have got a lot of sleep.
I bet she does. She seems like a sleeper.
Let's listen to another one.
Okay.
Hey, Jake and Brad. It's Jillian from Wisconsin, not Gabby or Jenny. You have my name right, Jake. I'm the one who made the March Madness bracket pool and the guess where the college game was for you guys. And apparently I wasn't thinking and didn't put my name on the sheet. So sorry about that. But anyway, It made my day being mentioned on the pod and hearing you guys play the game. I hope you all had as much fun playing it as I did listening, because I was laughing so hard and yelling at you guys in my car as y'all were answering the questions. And I smiled the rest of that Monday morning. So thank you guys for always making my Mondays so much better. And I'm definitely looking forward to this week's episode as I go into a super busy week at work after coming back from vacation.
Ooh.
Okay, I have 2 questions for you guys. One, Brad, when are you and Catherine going to do this foot race that we've been hearing about? And 2, if you guys were to have a secret room in your house, what would it be? Like an indoor pool, movie theater, whatever you want.
Those are
All
options?
Right.
That's
See
a
you guys.
fun
Bye-bye.
question. Sorry, I didn't even hear the last thing you said. That is fun. I used to love the idea of a secret, like revolving book.
Yes.
Shelf book.
Only Murders in the Building. Check it out, dude.
What?
The TV show.
It's got them.
There is one.
I remember
so
like
cool.
when my parents were like looking at like buying a house. I don't even know what stage of my life this was. Not enough sleep.
Mhm.
But we were looking at houses, and I wanted a fireman's pole. And I wanted like some sort of secret room so bad. And they're like, we haven't found any houses with those things yet.
That is so relatable, both those things. Like,
Yeah.
like I at one point, I definitely wanted to like be able to go from one story to the next.
Why
just
not? Go to
down
the
the
garage.
pole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and the secret room. Like,
Yeah.
there was a girl in my grade school. They like built a house and they had like this. I mean, it was
Yeah,
like
so in here.
through the closet. It wasn't like anything like super cool, but it was like, whoa, there's this room down
Exactly. I didn't come with that out of nowhere. It's like Brandon Smith had it. So I know it's out there. I know it
there.
exists.
And it felt like a very like 90s movie, like kids movie. Like they always had like the secret room. Or
Probably.
something. Those are extreme examples though. She gave indoor
Indoor
pool
pool.
and basketball. Like, how do you just like in the blueprint, you just miss an indoor pool?
It was in the it's underground.
Okay.
Doy.
Duh.
My big thing right now, my big kick, like my big pipe dream, which loved, even before I clicked on the link, I knew.
Yeah, baby.
I knew it.
I did that one for you and you only.
No one even knows what we're talking
The
about. right?
Patreon. Yeah.
Brad is all about, which I really love, and I hope other people appreciate it too. When Brad writes a blog post on Patreon, it's riddled with in-text links. Or is that what you'd call them? Or
Sure.
just like clickable words
Yeah.
that
Hyperlinks.
go to, yeah,
Yeah.
hyperlinks. And so Brad said the word pipe dream about something, and it was like, light blue. So I know I could click on it. And I was like, I don't even need to click on it, but just to make sure it's what I'm thinking. And it was great.
Talk about a blast from the past.
Yeah. Anyway, my newest pipe dream is to someday have just enough land, not a ton. I still want to live like close to the town, to the
Mhm.
city,
Mhm.
but enough land to put a like sports barn on, pickle barn,
Sports barn. Okay.
pickle jar, pickle barn, something like that.
Okay.
It's got a pickleball court.
Mhm.
It's got a like golf simulator,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe like a little like fitness area.
No
Or
basketball?
whatever Rachel wants. That was Rachel's thing too. She was like, what about, like basketball court, or like,
Yeah.
think about kids. And I was like, whoa. No, I'm just kidding. I was like, that's a good point. So
Maybe the pickleball court could like, you could put a basketball court or basketball goal on like one of the sides and it could double
yeah,
up.
I want
That's
my
fun.
kids growing up playing basketball on a tennis court surface. And then they get to the real surface like, oh, this is way better.
This is easy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you want it to be hidden.
So that is all underneath my house. One tiny door leads to the sports barn.
I love the idea of having like a tunnel down. Like
Ooh.
the sports barn is like,
It's not
in your
directly under my
front
house.
yard.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear that rumor about there's those 2 homes in Mission Hills, which is like the super nice area of Kansas City, that had a tunnel that connected them? Because
Oh, and they were soft swinging.
no,
Oh,
no, I think the 2 owners,
never mind.
the 2 builders, like the 2 owners, they were sisters, and so they wanted to be able to like go into each other's
Hang
house,
out.
I guess.
Cool.
I don't
No,
know.
that's fun. That's fun.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
If you live next door to your best friend and you built a tunnel,
Yeah.
and you're like, hey, I'm gonna come over real quick. Okay,
Hey.
cool.
Yeah.
Hey, no problem. Okay, that's a good answer. That I don't know if I can. I mean, pool sounds great. I don't know. I'm pretty boring right now. Right now, I would love a space in my house where I could like just comfortably be by myself every once in a while. Like,
What if your secret room is a room only you know about? That's all it is.
literally, that's what I think. Like, it'd be really nice to have a secret room with like a desk and a really nice chair, like a leather bound chair. That's all I would really.
You want to sit upright at the desk, or do you want to lean back?
No. This would be a chair in the corner. Sorry, a desk with a desk chair, and then a chair in the corner that I could also like not necessarily reclining.
It's kind of a 2-chair room.
Pretty similar to my brown chair I have in my living room right now.
Yeah.
Like basically just build me a room and put that brown chair in there.
That's a big daddy chair. That's a good one.
It's great. And Catherine's trying to get rid of it. It's probably going to happen. I think I'm not getting rid of it. I'm taking it downstairs.
You throw it in a dumpster by Subway if you do get rid of it. I know some people could use it.
That'd be great if you start like just planting stuff in there.
Yeah, just like trying to support them a little bit.
It's like a brand new, like, and it's all baby themed. Like it's a brand new crib, a brand new baby.
I'm teaching them
monitor.
how to fish. I'm not just going to give them money. I'm going to give you like kind of an old sectional. See what you do with it. See if you've learned anything.
But they forget to look in the dumpster, and then it keeps like getting dumped out, like in the trash.
Okay, guys, landfill's getting a lot of good furniture. Dude, I feel like you guys are constantly moving something in your house.
Constantly,
nothing is ever just the same inside of that house.
Which I respect Catherine for always wanting to upgrade and think differently and try to like whatever. But I'm like, I'm so content. I'd rather it just stay the same and just be good. Like we're fine. I think we're close though.
Yeah, I'm sure. Just get that chair and
everything's good. Dude. We do need to upgrade our bathroom at some point. We were gonna do that, and then we had this HVAC situation. So,
HVAC.
Poultry of the week for me is that the HVAC system, like one of them doesn't seem to be working. Like I had to sleep with a box fan in my room last night.
Oh no!
I was like, this is miserable. So they're coming tomorrow to check it out. But
Gosh.
I'm like, this after you spend all that money, you don't want to.
You want it to be working so good. You're like, honey, where's the down coat?
I am freezing. Yeah, this is terrible. This is too much. So
let's do some reviews of the week. Mine is actually a YouTube comment.
Comment of the week.
It's from Patrick from Washington. Met him out there. We did shows in Spokane. Great guy. Great fellows.
Guy that had an interesting name. Do you remember his name?
Yeah, Miguel.
No.
I know.
Do you remember?
Don't put me on the spot with people I've met in person.
Sorry. It was like Patrick and like a Jewish sounding name, maybe. Giancarlo. Is that Jewish?
I don't think that's Jewish, and I don't think that's his name.
Giuseppe.
Also
Jewish sounding. Can you tell I know a lot of Jewish people? Anyway, go ahead.
Why don't I just read this?
Giovanni. Dang, maybe it's Italian sounding.
That sounds right.
It's something like that.
I think that's it. You just
Giovanni?
said it. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
Good job. That is what often, yeah.
Thank you.
What'd you say at first?
Giancarlo.
Yeah. Giancarlo Schmitz. One of my favorite Jews.
Giancarlo Lieberman.
Patrick, he leaves a comment every YouTube video, and it's great. And I didn't even really notice it, but 2 episodes ago, he didn't leave a YouTube comment, but he did like a week later. He goes, sorry, I haven't commented, guys. I crafted it in my head last week and just realized I never posted it. He said, you guys have been on an amazing roll lately. I feel like this is the best time to be a ghostie, which is already just a cool thing to think about, that there's like eras of times like, oh, that was the 90s Mariners.
They are hitting their stride.
Yeah.
Jay Buhner.
Every single episode lately has been absolutely hilarious from the very start to the very end. I just wish I had more time to go back and listen to every episode again. You guys need to have Scott on as much as possible, and or any of the roommates, really. Keep the energy coming. Never stop what you're doing. We were all so blessed and lucky to have this podcast to brighten our lives every Monday morning with Jake and Brad. Thank you, guys.
That's sweet. P.S. Giancarlo says hi.
Yeah. Patrick is a man.
PD Ramen.
Yeah. Thanks for all your comments.
P. Draman. What's his last name? Draman?
Draman.
Okay. Patrick, FYI, I always read it as PD Ramen.
PD Ramen.
Also, this is so weird. I'm gonna say some weird things about ghosties that I don't know personally.
Cool.
Because you guys think you know us personally, which I think you do, but I don't. Whatever. I told you earlier, but the girl that Tom Cruise is in love with on Top Gun reminds me of Paige Cuco. Never met Paige. I've seen a few pictures of her, and I'm like, that's what I think she looks like. I don't really know. Anytime I see a guy that's like a bearded guy in Kansas City, I think of a ghostie named Josh Brumfield, I think is his name.
Oh, yeah.
Never met you, Josh. I'm pretty sure you have a beard. And I think to myself, every time I see like a burly man, hey, there's Josh Brumfield.
Really?
Yeah, like a Woodworkers Guild guy. I'm always like, Josh Brumfield.
Dude, I bet I have weird stuff like this too. I can't think of it right now.
Yeah.
Because we do have a relationship. Like, it's not completely a one-way relationship. It's like we interact with you guys all the time. We see little profile pictures.
Oh, yeah. It's weird thing. Like crew neck sweatshirts remind me of Caleb Lee. I don't know why. I don't know why, but like, it's like, that's something, dude.
You know, every single person listening to this right now is like, have I commented? Am I about to hear my name next? Like, what have I said? What is he going to assume about me?
Like, I mean, you could mention some people and I'd be like, oh yeah, I have a connection with that, whatever. So maybe I'll try to think of more for next week, but those are some off the top of my head that I could just think. Josh Brumfield one is the one that's really weird because it's like 20 people in my life that I see. Like every day I see a Josh Brumfield. And this guy's, I think he lives in Kansas City. He's probably like, that's weird. Anyway, okay.
I remember when Nina Nazi came up to me after the show in California, and I immediately knew who it was just because of the tiny little like profile picture that YouTube gives you.
Yeah.
Which, I don't think anyone's updating those. It's probably not even like an accurate or like a recent photo, but I still was like, It's gotta be Nina Nazi.
That's the knots.
Yeah.
Yeah. The garlic knots. We saw a ghosty today. Michael came up to us at McLean's.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Took a selfie with him.
Yeah. So shout out Michael Schifferly, I think is his last name.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The recognitions have been off the chart lately. Branson was good to me. I mean, everywhere. It was just so fun.
Well, when is Branson not good to you? It's good to everybody.
Yeah, it was great. But hey, thanks for the comment. Good to know that you enjoy Scott and all of our friends whenever they enjoy.
Absolutely. Thanks for enjoying Scott. My podcast is, or my review is from Shoal94, 5-star review, best podcast. This is June 13th, 2022. This is definitely the best podcast out there. Brad and Jake are so funny and have such a good banter back and forth. I would say that I prefer the pod with just Jake and Brad. I think having other guests take away from the special thing that Jake and Brad have going. It just doesn't feel the same with the third person. Either way, though, I'll always be an avid listener. So we actually took her or his review to heart on this one. No, Scott was just busy with pickleball today or something. So it's funny. Like,
good to know you guys are on the same page.
People are like back and forth, like Team Scott, Team Jake and Brad. People have like petitions, like keep the studio,
sacred.
Yeah. It's Jake and Brad, not Adam and Steve.
It's not Adam
it's Jake
and
and Brad, not Scott and Isaac.
Yeah.
It's
Jake and Brad, not Adam and Eve and Scott.
Yeah, just like terrible, like doesn't even make sense at all kind of thing. So thanks Shoal94 for the 5-star review. We will have Scott on more, regularly. He's
so stink it.
So, but not every week. I think it's just, if it works with his schedule.
So stink it, Patrick.
So, hey, Patrick and Shoal.
PD.
I don't have anything that I think of for you yet, Shoal, but I'll get there.
Brad, would you like to end this episode by singing a song that already exists?
Yeah, baby. You're at Bailey Doan. Derek DeCilio.
Oh, this is actually a jingle.
The jingle.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brad, would you like to end this episode with the original jingle?
Yes, I would.
Oh, okay, cool.
You're at Bailey Doan, a multiple jingle recording
Love
artist.
her and her husband. They're awesome.
They are awesome.
Yeah.
So fun.
They paid for my Diet Pepsi and gave me a ride home one time.
Where at?
The city I was in when we all hung out.
I want to say they're like
Raleigh.
Middle East. Oh, Raleigh.
Durham.
Okay.
That's the same city. I figured it out.
Okay.
I think it was that.
All right, let's do it.
All right, hey, here we go now, team.
Hey! Whoa! Hey! Oh!
That was awesome. Europe. Keep writing jingles. That was so fun.
And Derek too.
Sorry.
Europe and Derek.
No, that was great, especially because it was just like similar. The chorus was kind of the same, but not. Every verse
every time.
Told a different story.
You don't even know it was the same.
But what do we not know? You'll find out next chorus.
Correct. Can I give you a look into the future? They've already written the second jingle, bro.
You don't even know.
You don't even know.
Cool. What's it? What's the tune of it?
I'll give you a hint. My name is Ola.
Oh no, like Party Rock or LMFAO, somebody LMFAO.
That's my hint.
Great. You might be able to contribute to that one.
I'll give you a hint. That's all I had to say. You were like, oh, I got it. Awesome.
Oh, that was great. Good episode. Jake and Brad. Thanks.
Yeah.
You guys.
Thanks, Jake and Brad.
I'm just talking. But yeah, this is so fun. Thanks for listening to our podcast. We like it. And I hope you guys do too.
Yeah.
Big long day for it. Tuesdays have become that a little bit, but dude, what a privilege. We get to write comedy, perform comedy, and then do a podcast that's comedy.
Keep talking, baby.
It's just so cool.
Yeah.
And guess what just happened? No less than 6.5 minutes ago, Rachel texted me. As soon as you're done with the podcast, want to meet me at Topgolf?
Oh, dude. I'm not joking, and I would love for you guys to just do your thing, but I was about to suggest it.
Isaac's there right now.
No, he's not.
Separately.
This is crazy. This is crazy, dude.
Dude, the life we live.
We love you guys. Thanks so much for your support.
We have to go to Top Golf.
We'll see you next week.
And next summer, Ghostrunners summer camp.
Come on, we'll do it.
The theme is all in.
Yes.
I don't know. Yes.
It'll be a poker tournament.
Okay. Hope you guys have such a great week.
Yes.
It's going to be awesome.
Love you guys.
See ya.
Ghostrunners Podcast. Everybody